Welcome to Social Civics, a channel where we break down the ideas, systems, and institutions that shape our civic life. Today we're going to tackle a word you hear constantly, democracy. We use it all the time, right? But what it actually means, well, that can sometimes feel a little fuzzy. You hear it on the news, in political debates, you probably heard it in school. But when we say a country is a democracy, what are we really talking about? In this explainer, we're going to clear all that up and build a really solid understanding, starting right from the beginning.
Okay, let's dive right in by starting with the most basic, straightforward definition there is.
At its absolute heart, democracy is just that, rule by the people. It's a system where the power to run a country doesn't come from a king or a general or some small exclusive group. Nope. Instead, the ultimate authority rests with the citizens themselves.
And what's really cool is the word itself basically tells you everything you need to know. It comes from two ancient Greek words, demos, which means the people, and kratos, which means rule or power. You stick them together and you get democracy, literally people power.
But democracy is so much more than just a dictionary definition. It's a whole framework, and it's built on a set of core beliefs and values that guide how the entire society is supposed to work.
Think of these values as the software that makes democracy run. You've got liberty, the freedom to speak your mind and live your life. You need equality and justice because without them, rule by the people quickly becomes ruled by just some people. Then there's the common good, which pushes us all to think about the community, not just ourselves. And finally, truth. The whole system is built on trust, and that starts with the government being honest. Every single one is a critical piece of the puzzle.
So what's the engine that drives this whole thing? It's a big idea called popular sovereignty. It sounds a bit complicated, but it's not. It just means the government's power comes from the people. It's not something the government owns. It's more like it's on loan from the citizens. In the end, the people are the ultimate authority. They're the boss.
So, if the people are the boss, how does that actually work day to day? How do you structure an entire government around that one big idea?
Well, there are two main models for how this people power works. First is direct democracy, where every single citizen votes on every single law. The second, and the one that's way more common today, is representative democracy. That's where we elect officials to vote on laws for us. The key difference really just comes down to one question. Who's casting the final vote on a law? Is it literally everyone, or is it the people we elected? Let's look at how that representative system works. It's really a cycle. It starts with the people holding all the power. Then, through free and fair elections, we delegate that power to representatives. Those representatives then go and govern. But, and this is the most important part, they're held accountable. If we, the people, don't like the job they're doing, we can pick someone new next time. The power flows from the people, and it always returns to the people. You can think of modern democracies as standing on three essential pillars. The first pillar is the one we've been talking about this whole time, the democracy part itself. This is that whole process of ruling through free and fair elections, where citizens get to participate.
The second pillar is constitutionalism. This is basically a rule book for the government. It's a constitution that limits government power and says what it can and can't do. It establishes the rule of law, which means everyone, and I mean everyone, including government officials, has to follow the rules. No one is above the law.
And the third pillar is liberalism. Now, we're not talking about a political party here. In this context, it means protecting individual rights and freedoms. This pillar is like a shield that makes sure even a majority can't just vote to take away the fundamental rights of a minority. It protects things like your freedom of speech and religion, making sure the individual is safe.
So where did all these big ideas come from? Well, they certainly didn't just appear out of nowhere. They have a really long and fascinating history.
The basic concepts actually go way, way back. The idea of a direct democracy first popped up in ancient Athens, and around the same time the Roman Republic was developing its own system of representative government. So when modern democracies started to form in the 1700s, they were really just drawing inspiration from both of these ancient models and adapting them for a much bigger world. Okay, so we've seen where these ideas came from. Now let's fast forward to today. What does democracy actually look like in the modern world, and what kind of challenges is it facing? One really important thing to get is that democracy isn't a destination you arrive at. It's an ongoing process that has to be taken care of. This quote describes democratic backsliding, which is just a term for what happens when the core parts of a democracy, like fair elections or a free press, are slowly weakened or even taken apart from the inside. And this is a very real issue. While representative democracy is the most common form of government on the planet, it's definitely not without its struggles. In fact, studies have shown that for over a decade now, global dissatisfaction with how democracy is working in practice has been on the rise.
All of this, the values, the structures, the challenges, it all brings us to the most important ingredient in any democracy, the citizen.
Yep, that's you. Because this whole system isn't a spectator sport. It's designed from the ground up for the active participation of its people. So, the big question is, what's your role in all this?
See, democracy isn't something that just happens to us, it's something we do. Being a citizen comes with responsibilities. Some are pretty basic, like obeying the law and paying taxes. That's what keeps society functioning. But others are more active duties that keep the system healthy. Things like serving on a jury, participating in your community, and maybe most importantly, staying informed so you can cast an educated vote.
And that last point, it might be the most crucial one of all. For a system of rule by the people to work well, the people have to be informed. Making good decisions about who to elect and what policies to support, well, that requires knowing what's going on.
So, to bring it all home, what is democracy? It's not just one thing. It's a powerful combination. It's a system where the people rule, guided by core values like liberty and equality, held in check by the rule of law, and fueled by the active, informed participation of its citizens.
If you're interested in learning more about the ideas and institutions that shape our civic life, consider subscribing to Social Civics. This channel exists to help everyday citizens better understand the systems we all live under. Thanks for watching.